And as usual, first things first, thanks to Fusha for following me and like on Twitch. And there was also Jason that subscribed me on YouTube, so also thanks for that. Beyond that, the previous scenario was the crypt. We fought with demons, we fought other demons, and we fought more demons. And we had a talk with a guardian for the first time. Now we are safe, we are inside of a great human city, and we can just spend some time on exploring it and not having to worry about anything. This is sort of an open world scenario, not exactly, of course, but we can access up to 3 scenarios in this from this map. And just saying, it's okay. There is the way. Just saying, not all of them are battle scenarios. Some of them are just pure story and nothing else. The finest chocolates and wine. Care to sample anything? How about some chocolate, a bottle of wine, or maybe some other time? And I'm gonna pick the chocolate because I personally don't really like wine. A box for each of you? 6 gold pieces, please. Thanks. So, can I get the wine as well? Yeah. An excellent choice. That will be 5 gold pieces. So, she drank something. Technically, actually you can upgrade, you can collect some small upgrades. And you won't really see them here because, as you can see, there is no unit stats bar, so you can't see those differences, but there are some at least. So we're not supposed to go back in, remember? Because I moved Yumi over there to the crypt. Then let's see what... Embroidery and clothing spun of only the best fabric. Care to try anything? Hideous looking things. No thank you. I wonder if she gets a different response. No? What are you looking at? Get out of here before I smack you. Have a nice day too, old fart. Nice people. Hey, ladies, want some of that good leaf? No thanks. As you can see, they're selling pretty much everything here. So look, those are pretty amazing walls, to be honest. I mean, look at this. And there's more walls. And as you can see, there's a limited number of stairs. For example, this place is of course not easy to reach. Then there's the Colosseum. I would like to check out that one first because I like that place, and I gotta say I really liked how the villages look here. This is the place for Isle to be, just saying. Welcome, welcome. The Colosseum will be hosting a number of battles today. Care to place a bet on one? Or perhaps you'd even dare to participate. Sorry. So there's Isle's option. To take him up on that offer to join the fight, or to just bet on one, and let's just bet on one for now. Excellent! Contestants! So, who will you bet on? I would bet on the Shock Trooper in this case. And the amount to bet? 10 gold. It looks like we are set to go. Contestants, steel yourselves. Let the battle begin. So as you can see, this is not that well designed at this point. High sprouting potato. I think the last time Yumi wanted to redesign this, improve it a bit, but I don't think they got around to it yet. So this is the extent of the Colosseum fights you get when you see when you bet on them. How unfortunate, you lost your bet. Better luck next time. So, and now I would like to take him up on that offer and fight. You're nuts! Please, like I'd lose. Oh. Excellent. I'll add you to the contestants for the upcoming free-for-all. See you soon. Welcome, welcome all to the Colosseum. Today we will be hosting a grand free-for-all battle featuring 6 contestants facing off in a fight to the death. And as an added bonus, we'll be throwing in some wild beasts to mix things up. I can't really cheer by myself, but you get the idea. Now, bring the contestants into the arena. Sweet, let's do it. Let's do this. Look at her, getting so excited about such a barbaric sport. Contestants, prepare yourselves. On my mark. Ready, fight! So, Vital, I can take control of monsters by right-clicking them, and it will cost me 4 movement points per use. When I complete the scenario and return to Kaelon, you will need to reload the Kaelon scenario to continue playing. I suppose there is some kind of bug for that to happen. But yeah, I only lose if Isle dies, and I win if everyone else has died. The early finish bonus doesn't really make sense and probably does not apply. First, where's the enemy? Ooh, it's... Oh, whoops. That was unexpected? I mean, what? But yeah, a Grand Knight would totally slaughter me, that's true. Then there's those 2 guys. Oh, there is someone else apparently. Ooh, yeah, the Grand Knight is still going strong. I cannot die like this! I am... And the next one we cannot see. I can't possibly lose to the likes of... And... what? Oh, come on! Okay, as you can see, first of all there is a Mudcrawler. Cool. And as you can see, I'm totally at lots of disadvantages as IO because I'm chaotic. And, well, everyone else is not, and they deal a ton of damage. And I'm kinda squishy, actually. Nice! Like, this one has been rounded properly. Wait, what? There's 2 of them, actually? Crazy. Possess. Interesting. Aha, looks like these creatures are weak enough for me to control. Excellent. And now I at least have some kind of cover. And they fight each other first. How could I lose to such pitiful worms? Well, that happens if you try to just fight each other and don't really care about the monsters. No! Victory! Oh, sweet victory! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner! Looks like it's the fairy. The crowd goes wild. See? What did I say? Considering I died twice to make this happen, it's not very convincing. I wouldn't expect any less from you. For winning today's free-for-all, you've earned yourself 100 gold pieces. 100 gold. Congratulations! So in Sprouting, like before I started this stream, I was watching another person's stream called Hippo, and Sprouting Potato just informed me that their stream is still ongoing. Probably so I don't wonder about the number of years, because they wanted to join. At least Hippo wanted to join as a viewer as well. See? You thought it was a bad idea. I say nothing like that. You totally thought so. Now come on, let's get out of there before everyone starts crowding you. And disappoint my new fans? Are you kidding? You two go on, I'll catch up with you later. So, I earned 100 XP for winning this fight. And there are a couple better options. Like, as you see, this version of Infuse only hits up to 3 HP, but if I go for better healing, I heal up to 6 HP instead. So let me look something up for a moment. I read it out in just a moment, really. Oh, there they are. Okay, okay. Alright, by the way, something I wanted to point out again. It's been a while since I pointed it out. You can still name units after yourself, but only after yourself. I mean, actually I don't know anymore why I made that rule. Let's just say you can name units after yourself. Preferably something that makes sense. And of course I'm the one who decides at the end of if I'm gonna do it or not. But technically you can name non-hero units after yourself. So, I mean, you always could, it's just been a while since someone did that. Anyway, typical Ariel, she always likes to show off. Funny how she can go from being so unsociable one moment to hogging the spotlight all to herself the next. Well, I suppose it's not bad that she gets some fun sometimes. I just worry that she draws too much attention to herself. I'm back. Have fun with the fans? It was alright. As much fun as one can have with humans, anyway. Ha! Told ya. I knew they'd get to you eventually. So, and once more, I'm here, and when I started this scenario, it said that I should reload afterwards. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know the exact reason, I just know that they said so. So, and once I'm done, I can finish. I would basically just scenario. Oh, now I get it. Like, it says they have 3 total scenarios that may be played on this map. And they are actually 3 because moving to the upper district will take me to another map, and that does not count as one of those 3 scenarios. That makes more sense, actually. How the hell do I get there? Oh, there is a stair. Okay, I can see that. Sorry, I just got distracted. Let's go to the... Actually, it kind of depends on whether those people are gonna join or not. Okay. I guess let's go to the... I know there was some kind of water that was special. Let's just go there. If there are other people, we can still go to a more action-orientated scenario. Halt! The royal palace is not open to visitors right now. You are permitted to enter the Pantheon, but remember to keep your voices down while inside. Weaponry is not permitted within, and the use of magic is strictly forbidden. Let's take a look at what's inside. So move next to status to trigger events, and move to the exit label to return to the previous map. Basically, those are all stages, and moving next to them triggers some sort of exposition about the stage that you're looking at. Night has never been a friend of humanity, but instead is the domain of demons and some fairies. Commonly thought of as the secretive maidens of the forests, the fairies of the night are a different sort than those who serve as nature's wardens. Rarely seen and difficult to approach, they are known to be less friendly than other fairies and far more manipulative. It is believed that they possess some of the element of darkness. Though darkness is usually associated with fear and despair, legends tell us of a world where the darkness was banished by the light of two suns. In the absence of shadow, the burning stars scorched the earth until all had become arid and infertile deserts. When darkness finally returned, it shrouded the burning light and allowed new life to regrow and prosper once again. Interesting. Long ago, the Order of Priests was founded by a man who was said to be the reincarnation of light and Sith. It is told that he had originally come from Nosula, the world of water and fire, where he had battled with a powerful demon lord in order to win him and his people their freedom. He had chosen to come here, to Irdia, where it is supposed that he founded a small village somewhere to the south of the Red Peaks. In time, he and his people made their way north to more secure lands and settled the surrounding areas. Eventually, a large city was built in these mountains and has since become Caerleon as we know it today. Do not touch the statues. Okay, they all saying the same thing. The king of Caerleon is the commander of the military and trained as a general. Succession is determined by a system of nomination and confirmation. The highest ranking generals will choose one whom they deem worthy of the position, and the Council of Magi is left to approve the choice. In the rare circumstance that its decision cannot be reached, duels are called between the contenders and the victorious crowned king. In this manner, only the most worthy and most fit are allowed to lead. Oh. The fastest steeds and the most able of riders compose the cavaliers, but among them only one is promoted to captain at any given time. It is a long and grueling trial to... I don't remember having heard that sound before, but I know I did some long time ago. And hello Hippochacha and your 6 raiders, I suppose. Though technically I'm one of those 6 person. Anyway, thanks for watching. Is promoted to captain at any given time. It is a long and grueling trial to determine the one worthy for this task, and an even more difficult undertaking once the position is assigned. It is the captain's responsibility to maintain order in these Northlands and to regularly ride to the villages to ensure the security of our kingdom. More importantly, however, the captain is charged with scouring the land and raising the alarms at the first sign of war, so that proper aid can be prepared to resist any potential invasion. And hi, Bros Arrow. Right now this... Okay, I gotta finish reading it out first. The amount of travel and combat that the captain sees is far beyond that of a normal soldier, and many a sacrifice has been made to maintain peace in these lands. As such, we raise the statue to commemorate all the men who gave their lives to keep our people safe. So, also hi Hippochacha. Right now, this is a sort of exposition scenario, like I move next to the statue and it triggers, exposition about what they represent. But you all just came from a more fighting and playing oriented scenario, so I could also go there because this is sort of an open map. I can just leave here and go to that scenario and then come back here later. So the choice is up to you. Until you say anything regarding that, I would just keep reading out the exposition. The faerie are rarely directly involved with us humans, but it is remembered that in the early days of Caerleon, when the winters were especially harsh and the wild beasts especially savage, one faerie came to help us construct our fledgling homes. Their knowledge of healing helped cure the sick and injured of the elements, while her knowledge of nature helped sow the first crops in the previously barren plains. Wait, that's... Thanks for the follow, Bus Arrow. Barren Plains. Since then, in times of great need, a few fairies have always come to the aid of humankind, never asking for anything in return. While the guardian of our world is said to be the caretaker of life on Earth, it is believed that she has assigned this responsibility to the fairies, whose affinity with nature have allowed them and their allies to prosper. We erect a statue to honor the fairies and acknowledge their role as the protectors of Earth in the absence of our guardian. Let's take those two, then this one, and then this one. And afterwards the undead scenario will come. Also, Hippo Chatra, by the way, good appetite. I'm not exactly sure how it's said, but I do know that you've basically have gone on to dinner. Fairies and fairies are the same thing, at least in this campaign. And I don't know if there are actually other campaigns. But to make sure, there are also fire in this campaign, and that's something different from fairies. Long ago there was a powerful sorcerer who had gained the powers of darkness itself. His might was so great that he was able to cover these lands in a perpetual shroud, covering the sun and never allowing any light to come through. During this time, it is said that reality itself was subverted by the machinations of the Warlock, and that the physical world was plunged into that of dreams. In a hell where the manifestation of this sorcerer's wills became reality, there was one man who rose up against this oppressor, calling forth the power of light to banish the darkness. In a climatic battle against the Menace, our hero was blessed by the power of light from the guardian Luciatel, and cast the Warlock forth from our world. The energy, however, was too much for his body to bear, and he perished shortly after, for no mere mortal can hold the power of the Guardians. This statue was raised to commemorate the memory of this hero, who saved our world from the darkness. Well, in that case, thank you for deciding to spend them here. The daughter of a curious couple between a human and a fairy, Karanya was said to be possessed of both incredible and unusual abilities. Where the vitality and creativity of humans and the raw power of the fairy met, miraculous things could happen. Mastery of several elements afforded her untold prowess in combat, while knowledge of the natural abilities of the fairy gave her incredible healing abilities. What she is most remembered for, however, is an acute affinity with the nature of life itself. Her dabbling in said magic eventually resulted in what we know as the first occurrences of necromancy. Hey look, it's your predecessor. Predecessor. Huh. Bet I'm better than her. Though demons are commonly thought of as aggressive and warlike, the Stromgardes are notably exempt from this line of thought. Serving as keepers of order and fear, they also sometimes come to Earth to quell invasions from other demons and even ally themselves with fairies when necessary. The Stromgardes are friendly with humankind, and much of our knowledge of Uria and Ephir comes from them. So this is this kind of unit. Then this is Shail. The guardian of our world, Shail is suspected to be a fairy. Though she is largely absent, our kingdom is nevertheless peaceful and secure. Most attacks occur on the very outskirts and are targeted more at the fairy than at humankind. Thus, our guardian's role is thought to be more of a symbol of station, and less of serving any practical purpose. With the shadow of a fear over our world, the mighty power of Uria, the guardian of Lime seems to have a more direct influence on our order. Like Uria is the guardian of life. Based on what our scholars have learned from the fairy over the years, Shail is the champion of peace among the guardians, while the others are often at war with one another. Her endeavors have purportedly failed due to the stubborn nature of the other guardians, who spurn any advice given to them by others. Not much else is known about her at this point in time. So, and at last, Uria is said to be the mother of all humanity. As the guardian of life, she is intimately related to the nature of order and maintains a disciplined, controlled society on Ephyr. Although she has never been sighted by humans, her peacekeepers often travel between our worlds, to repel unwanted invaders or even to help advance the growth of our civilization. While Shael is the guardian of our world, the influence of Uria is more direct on Caerleon. Our scholars commonly refer to her as the protector who commands her strong guard keepers to watch over us from the nearby world of Ephyr. Her powers have greatly impacted our livelihood in the Northlands, where the once harsh winters and austere terrain have now been supplanted by new life energies. For this, we erect this statue and mark her sigil in this shrine. You've got to be kidding me. That's like an insult to Shael. I mean, I know she and Uria are on good terms, but seriously. The humans seem to view Shael as relatively unimportant. They're more into Uria's enforced order. It just seems like the way humans operate. That could cause problems. If they view us as allied with Shael, but then see us fighting the Ur-demons, wouldn't they get the wrong idea? We never know what could happen. Humans are a tricky bunch. Or worse, we know that something is controlling the Ur-demons and Uria can't or won't stop it. So what if the same thing happens to the humans? With all the strange stuff that's been going on, anything is possible. I'm not worried about them attacking us directly, Joe. I'm more worried about other possibilities, you know, political drama, infighting, stuff like that. Ah, psh! If they want a bloodbath amongst themselves, who cares? If they want to kill each other, let them be. You know it's our responsibility. The humans said it themselves. Shael doesn't pay much attention to them. It's up to us to help. Ugh, messing with human affairs is so pointless. Come on, where's that fun and energetic alien I'm used to? Alright. Guess it wouldn't hurt. And even that something does happen, I'm down to fight. Ariel, that's not what I meant. Yeah. So, and just exploring this, all of my units 50 XP, so that's nice. Shall we leave then? Sure, because we've watched all the statues. The text on the statues was mildly troubling, but we'll have to see if anything comes of the humans' disregard for Shael. Not that we think so highly of her or anything, but she's the guardian of Irdia after all. We should at least respect her. So there's one more scenario left. Hello, fairies. Have you come to visit the Temple of Healing? Sure. Let's take a look. So I think this is the scenario where I fight undead. Wow, this place looks amazing. Does look kind of nice, but isn't it really bright in here? It's just you talking. For me, the more light there is, the better. I already knew that, sunshine. So explore the temple. Oh, let's check the fountain first. Or let's just check what we can find. Enjoying the gardens? It's quite pleasant in here. Are those greenhouses around the fountains? Indeed. I would show you inside, but unfortunately we are in the middle of harvesting the fruit. I'm afraid it would be too embarrassing to show you our gardens in such disarray. I can offer you a little something, however. Oh no, that's quite alright. We wouldn't want to be... Nonsense, it's not a big deal. I'm certain fairy maidens such as yourselves have never tried something like this before. You must have a taste. It's our temple's specialty. Pear jelly. Pear jelly. So you took the fruit and mashed it up and then added sugar? And, it's a blend of many fruits to give it texture. But pear is the primary flavor in this one. Please, enjoy. This is really good! How did you even come up with something like this? Actually, it's quite an odd story. Supposedly, there was once a master gardener named Elorone, who took on a young apprentice. The master was particularly famous for the fruit she grew, especially among her peers. No, especially her peers. I misread that one. Somehow the fruits from her gardens were always the most delicious and lasted the longest. She also managed to figure out how to grow them quickly and efficiently, no matter what type of weather Erdia decided to send her. Naturally, the apprentice was jealous of his master's abilities, but knowing that he could never match his teacher's skills, he had to come up with something new. It took him a long time, but eventually he figured it out. Here in the north, it's hard to come by fruit in the winter, so the apprentice thought of creating some form of preserved fruit, especially for enjoyment during the months of snow. The task was not straightforward, but eventually he found that the taste could be preserved by cooking the fruits for a long time until they had mostly turned into a thick fluid. Adding in spices and sugar would enhance the flavor further, to make up for the loss of freshness. It does taste good. Maybe you could buy a jar to take with us? We will give you one for free. A gift. Wow, thank you! We appreciate the kindness. Of course. So now I'm the possessor of well, a gem of pear jelly. We should take a look at that fountain. So, move Esther, Ariel and Yumi to the center of the fountain on the uppermost level. So this is the center. Yumi is already staring vacantly. Hello. Why are you so nervous? What are you afraid of? So I'm not reading. You need to read what's standing there because that's just things she's doing, and I'm not reading those out through. So you better read them yourself. I guess the others are hard to trust. I mean, they're your friends and they mean the best, but well, you can't trust anyone, right? They wouldn't hurt you, I think. But or is it that you're capable of hurting them? You're different from them. Don't you think they can feel it, having been around you all this time? They're afraid of you. Just think, they don't even know what you're capable of. But you do. It's definitely scary. Huh. One day you're going to figure out what you are and what your powers can do. And then you'll see if they still want to be your friends. Not you are going to... They are going to figure out. But who knows, if you work hard to make them like you, maybe they'll still be on your side. Like, technically, Hippo, I am acting those things out, but you kinda can't see it, so there's that. Having the social skills of an orange isn't going to help, though. So yeah, that was not nice. And now it's Ariel and Esther next. Stares at reflection. Smooths out hair. Flutters wings. And glances at Yumi. I wonder what she's thinking about. She looks tired and paler than usual. Maybe she hasn't been sleeping well. I think she always used to have nightmares. I wonder if she still does. Should I be worried? Nah, well... I know she noticed when I try to get her attention. Though she's kind of distant and absent-minded in some ways, she's also really observant. She just doesn't seem to want to talk to me. Is she avoiding me? Should I leave her alone, or... Even if I wanted to, I wonder how I could get her to talk. I've tried so many different ways. I guess being even more beautiful than I am now wouldn't be enough for her to want to open up. What can I do? So Aya has no idea. And then there is Esther next. What are you gonna see? Looks up, looks down. It's warm here, it's really comfortable. This place is filled with energy, vivacious and vibrant, but also soft and tempered. It's not like the type of magic that humans usually use. What kind of power is this? It feels soothing, almost protecting, but at the same time it's not stable like Earth should be. This is fluid, like water, but without the darker undercurrent of blood that often accompanies the element. So, something else? This isn't human's work. Human magic is distinctly different from fairy or even demon magic. It's not always weaker, but it's somehow artificial. With the exception of necromancy, it lacks the same connection to the aspects. Clearly this isn't fairy magic either, and without a strong presence of demons on our world, that seems unlikely as well. Then, a guardian? Could this be Uria's influence extending beyond a fear? She breathes in deeply and steadily. And the sounds around her fade away. It's like she's suddenly isolated, trapped in a bubble removed from the now distant world. A different current of energy runs through, cold and eerie. It lingers there without revealing itself, a dark presence that seems to morph as quickly as thought. The feeling transforms further. It's now an ever-transforming oceanscape of water that's not exactly water, filled with demons that aren't demons, a mirrored mockery of the real world that is a different form of reality in itself. In a flash, the facets change and the water turns to blood, and trees and grass and life turn to barren wasteland. And then it's gone, and she steps back, the reverie already half forgotten. I'm imagining things. Maybe Yumi's rubbing off on me. This is just a humble temple, a temple built by humans. It's a nice place, but human magic has limits to what it can achieve. There's nothing special here, and the likelihood that some outside force would use humans for insidious purposes is really low. I'm reading too much into it. I need to relax. This pool is built for meditation, so I'm just going to do that and stop worrying. This water feels... it's odd, but not unpleasant. It's different, yes. It's a strange fountain. It certainly seems to have our friend thinking about something. I've been meaning to ask about you about that. Well, I've long since learned that trying to pry too hard won't do anything. You won't get anything out of her by doing that, and you'll probably just end up making her upset. Best thing to do is let her have her space. There has to be a limit to that. Come on, Yumi, talk! Yumi, you know we are here for you, right? If there's anything wrong, you can tell us. I mean it. If there's anything wrong, you should let us know. There's no need to be afraid. As long as you understand. So look for labels to trigger events. And I'm not quite... first of all, I'm not actually drilling my hair as much as the characters do. I don't have quite the right length for that. And I don't know quite what we are referring to. Esther standing on top of all her friends, meaning is in because she's higher up on the level or something like that, and I don't know. A hippo, basically I moved Yumi over there to trigger this event, then I move them back down there because I want to move there next. And then I moved Ariel up there, and then I moved Esther up there. As you can see, I have basically unlimited moves in this exploring map, so I could just move her down there, where you probably weren't looking. And now this is the fighting scenario. What? Welcome back, fairies. There are still others who would wish to follow you, if it's not a problem. Not at all. You may recruit White Maggie for this scenario only. Recruiting will not incur upkeep penalties. So I basically can recruit them and then I can recall them later. How much gold do I have? Quite a lot of gold actually. Let's... Actually... What kind of units? 4 should be enough, honestly. 4 is a lot actually. I did not quite understand why she said welcome back. Let me look at the scenario files for a moment. This is Upper District Temple. Yep, there it is. Oh, the place with the undead is another scenario in which I can access from the upper level. Oh, I see. So this is sort of a bug. Because technically she's supposed to say something else. I'm just gonna read out that text. This is more like if I... 7... Where is 724? Yeah, sadly I can't really look at coordinates here. Oh, I see. Oh, I can also borrow more jelly from this. I get 1 for free? Huh. I'm confused. Oh, I guess I can come back later. Have fun lurking and eating. Anyway, I wanted to read out this text. It's actually supposed to happen. Oh, now I get it. Anyway. So, this one is gonna talk with Esther, so... If I arrived there the first time, it's supposed to say, "Hello, fair maidens, I have not seen you here before. What brings fairies such as yourselves to our temple today?" Just having a look around. It's beautiful in here. Is this a place of worship? Yes, in a way. Many of the city citizens have come here to relax or to seek the aid of the temple's caretakers. This is also a place of healing. The waters from the spring have calming properties. So you are mostly healers? Yes. However, it is a pity that unlike you fairies, that we cannot explore the world so freely and lend our aid to others. Healers are rare and precious in our kingdom, and so it is frowned upon for us to leave the safety of Caelon whenever there is war. It is unfortunate, since there have been rumors of ur-demons from Ephia, attacking our villages now. So I've heard. It must get monotonous to staying in here forever, though. I suppose so. Some of the younger priests and priestesses do get quite restless oftentimes. I suppose you being here is a rare opportunity for us. Do you think some of our students could accompany you on your journeys? It is usually not safe for one such as us to travel alone, but if it is possible, you could offer them some protection. Sure, I don't see why not. Thank you. I promise it will not be a burden. Okay. And 4 of them should be quite enough. And how do you leave again? Whoops, no, I did not want to load. How do you leave here? Move to the bottom of the map. Okay. Are we leaving? Nothing else to see here. So what I'm gonna try is going back in there. Then I probably can buy more jellies. Yeah, sure. A jar for your journey. That will be 6 gold pieces. Thanks. Oh, shame I cannot buy even more of them. Yep, nothing else to see here. Then I've explored all the maps I can access from this map. So now let's go to the upper district where there's even more to explore. Oh. Just wondering who is still watching? Also, there are 2 scenarios on this map, and there are a few bonuses that Acer can actually obtain. And of course, look for labels or move next to other units to trigger events. And let's first of all get one of the boni for Acer. Not there, but whatever. What is this place? Just a simple garden. The Magi sometimes come here to meditate or commune with nature. You are free to enjoy, but please keep your voices down inside. Of course. It is warm and comfortable here, and the presence of the sun is strong. There is an alien feeling, one wholly different from that of human magic. A more pure and raw fire that resonates with the magic flowing through her body. Its power surges and ebbs in rhythm, like a heartbeat, pulsating with energy. The feeling is quite unfamiliar, but welcome. As the energy surges again, there is a brief moment when it feels as if it's flowing into Fairie's body itself, imbuing everything with a heat that does not burn, but rather fosters a pleasant, sheltering warmth. A moment later, it feels as if some spark of energy has been kindled. So, Esther just now has gained the blessing of Sharia, which means this unit gains 10% damage during the day. So basically, they doesn't give 25% bonus for Esther, but 35%, which is plenty amazing. I mean, gotta admit that. I have no time for idle chatter. Okay, cool. Chill. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit, I guess. You have the mark of fire upon you. Me? Yes, indeed. Indeed, this is incredible. I've never felt anything like this before. What raw power! Perhaps... Yes, could you come here for a moment? Well, sure. Hold out your hand. Fascinating, simply fascinating. It would appear that the resonance between our 2 modes of pyromancy strengthens both of our energies. This is quite a revelation. So that was I was missing. It required the innate power of a fairy to supplement my generators. With this, it is now possible for me to advance my studies even further. The title of Great Mage is mine. That's good? Good? Oh yes, it is excellent, very excellent. Now, if you will excuse me, I have some work to attend to. What? Oh right, like, you see, previously, Esther had the ability Regenerate, and this ability was upgraded by this interaction to Kindle, which is healing 11 HP per turn instead of just 8. Oh, what are a bunch of fairies doing all the way up here? Sorry. Just visiting. Huh. Well, stay out of trouble. The students are causing enough problems as it is. What kind of problems? Something to do with not being able to control their creations properly. Stay clear of their Arcanium if you know what's good for you. Right. Okay. Okay, I was wondering maybe I can trigger something else now that I have the Kindle stuff. Let's check if there's something else in this scenario I can acquire for Esther. Upper District, there you are. Hmm? Okay, where is that? 446. Oh, there it is. If... Oh, I see. Yes. Oh. Okay, I'm just seeing based on what kind of scenario I finished or not. The mages have different answers, these two. Just reading through that. Okay. Oh, they all can gain some XP like that. Interesting. Oh, okay. This is good to know because I actually thought that Esther is the only one that can gain something from this. It is quiet and serene. There's very little to disturb the silence, but there is plenty of sensation that emanates from the earth itself. Or perhaps it's flowing through the air. Or perhaps it's raining down from the sunlight. It's a faint rumble, or maybe a pinprick of emotion, like a little spark running through her. She's not really sure what it is, but one thing is for certain. The bright light reflecting off the white marble is somewhat irritating and disconcerting. Okay, so this is a really cool ability, honestly. She can teleport 2 allied units. Like, what? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I'm still gonna go with this one because it's really fun. As you can see, Yumi can teleport there because Esther is there. I mean, there are some applications to that, of course, but mostly I think it's fun. In Caerleon, high up in the mountains, the air is usually thin and cold. But here, there seems to be a strange warmth of sensation, where everything in the ambient is rife with life and vitality. Belying the cold blocks of white marble and unblinking statues of the long dead. This place is pleasant, and it is not hard to see why the human Maggie like it. So yeah, everyone add a bit of XP. And there's like 5 minutes till I hit the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to go for the library instead of the Arcanium. Because it's shorter, and the Arcanium will be the next turn. And this way I can basically say this scenario was a dialogue-only scenario. This recording, I mean. And I can live with that. Anyway. The fire. Bearing great resemblance to the fairy and some demon races, the Fae are a mysterious group whose existence is only known by a few guardians and mystic demons. Even those that know about the Fae are usually unable to distinguish them from regular fairy or demons, except occasionally via careful observation over long periods of time. This is exacerbated by the fact that Fae themselves are typically very aware of the distinctions between them and other races, prompting them to hide their existence as much as possible. Exactly what is a Fae? The distinction between them and the other races is not immediately obvious. While there usually is a clear difference in power, Major Fae typically do not outmatch the strongest demon lords by anything more than slim margins. When using their powers to their fullest potentials, a Fae may pose a slight threat to a weak guardian, though it is rarely in their nature to brazenly seek combat. As beings composed inherently of magic, they possess a greater connection to their respective aspect than regular creatures, and can thus perform feats that are usually limited to guardians alone. Exceedingly rare, there may exist only a handful of Fae in the entire universe. While some of the guardians have taken an interest in them for their unusual powers, finding the Fae is usually impossible given their elusiveness. In fact, it is only the Fae who can identify others of their kind on sight, being more attuned to the uncanny nature of their being. The First Gods. The following is taken from the journal of an unknown guardian. The first gods existed in an era or a cycle prior to the present one. They were present at the start of creation, the ageless overseers of the growth of the universe in its infancy. Not much is known about the civilization, other than that through the endless eons of time, they were mystic claimants of knowledge. They were the mystic claimants of knowledge, and the arcane wardens of the universe's secret. Never stagnant, always advancing in their eternal thirst for knowledge, the First God Society ceaselessly progressed until they had uncovered the secrets of life and death. Legends even spoke of a few who had knowledge of creation itself. At their most glorious state, the First Gods seemed exactly that, the immortal wardens of the universe. However, the timelessness of the First Gods did nothing to prevent the cataclysm end of the civilization. Not much is known about what brought about the First God's downfall. Some surmise that it was something that corrupted the universe, or the First Gods themselves. Another possibility is that the universe itself rebelled against them, those beings which had learned too much about the secrets of life and creation. Perhaps it was nothing but a byproduct of natural order. As all is created, all eventually comes to an end as well. What is known is that almost all the First God's knowledge and creations were quickly destroyed along with the majority of their kind. The few who remained banded together and, in the twilight of the old world, used the entirety of their knowledge to bring about the birth of a new universe. When creation had dwindled down to a singularity, and the pulse of the universe had faded, then, and only then, could the cosmos begin anew. From there, the tree of life became the became the foundation of the new world and the source of all its energies. Of the First Gods that survived, we know of only one. His name is Yerar. Channeling the energies of the Tree of Life, Yerar brought about the birth of the first 10 new worlds, one each corresponding to an aspect of creation. Along with them, the seeds were planted for 10 guardians to follow, 10 protectors to stop the universe from descending into chaos, as it had during the First God's time. To each guardian, Yerar granted immense powers associated with each aspect, but withheld the secrets of life and creation discovered by the First Gods. He alone would retain that, for such knowledge is knowledge of the profane, not meant to be possessed by any being, mortal or god alike. Let's see, can she reach over there? Yes, she can. Actually, I'm gonna take a moment to drink something because this much talking is making me thirsty. I'll be back in like half a minute. So I'm back and let's finish this. The aspects. aspects. Aspects? I don't know. Life. Uria, the guardian of life, is the protector of the world of fear, where the ur-demons reside. Powerful and Euphorian, she maintains strict order in her homeworld through her legions of strong-guarded keepers. Blah. Legends state that humanity was created in her image on Aether, but their perceived weakness drew the ire of the ur-demons. However, Uria decided to protect the fledgling race from its stronger predecessor, sheltering the humans for long enough until they could live in peace with the demons. While the humans later spread to other worlds, the largest population of humans still exists on Aether today. For these reasons, Uria is known as the mother of humanity. Oh damn, if each of them gets such a text, that's gonna take a while. Water. Valdir, the guardian of water, the beast, and the god of war, is known as the most destructive and warmongerish guardian. The Val demons under his commands are known to be bloodthirsty and violent, warped creatures that know no restraint when it comes to battle. Their homeworld, Norsula, is equally stormy and distorted by constant war with Sharia's cohorts. It is rumored that Valdir's personal prowess in combat is unrevealed, though this has yet to be proven despite his frequent exercise of his excessive power on lesser creatures. Thunder. Ka'arul, the guardian of thunder, resides on the chaotic world of Baatar. He is known as the arbitrator and harbinger of judgment, he who seeks to mediate just conclusions to conflict by any means necessary. Though seeking to take on the role of conciliator, Ka'arul holds little influence over other guardians who either relish in conflict or disdain its propensity for often brutal punishment. Earth. Shyle, the guardian of Earth is said to have been created of golden dust by Uriah himself. Her presence allowed for fairy kind to exist peacefully in an otherwise demon-dominated universe. Her homeworld, Irdir, is noted for having the greatest natural beauty, as well as being the only world in which more significant populations of fairy exist than demons. As the goddess of the forest and the protector of peace, she is staunch allies with Uria and rumored to be Uriah's favored guardian. Fire. Sharia, the guardian of fire, was originally to possess the world of was originally to possess the world of Arisia, but a cataclysmic event set Arisia crashing into Norsula, the world of water. As two opposing forces, she and Valdir are at eternal odds with one another, and their frequent bickering has turned Norsula into a near-constant battleground between their aspects. While claiming to be the guardian representing love and warmth, Shadia is no stranger to battle herself, and her personal strength has been noted to be impressive even to Valdir. Darkness. Murphyal, the guardian of darkness, is the youngest of the guardians and governs the world of Yafrit. Mysterious and aloof, not much is known about her. Light. Lucifel, the guardian of light and metal, sometimes called the Morning Star. Funny. He resides on Cressel with the Lumerial demons, who wield the power of light to bring order to an otherwise chaotic universe. Whereas darkness is the element of mystery and introspection, light is the exuberant beacon that is half protector, half oppressor. I need another drink. Air. Kasif is the guardian of air, the goddess of the ether, and as unpredictable and restless as the wind. And whoops. Turned off my screen. Ah, there we are. She is the lady of the skies and the mistress of the world, Iriel, an eternal wanderer. Oops. Come on. Work. No. I'm kinda trying to turn down the brightness of my screen because it is quite dark outside and I would like it to be darker. She is the lady of the skies and the mistress of the world's Iriel, an eternal wanderer and oft-abstracted mystic, unconcerned with the day-to-day politics of the other guardians. It is said that when she can be found, her presence is like the effulgent breath of life, vivacious and energetic, but fleeting. The governance of her world is left mostly to her demon lords, who are at odds with those from Baatar. Ice. Eukyria, the guardian of ice and keeper of death, is the queen of the Aria, a wide wasteland known as the land of the dead. As cold as the frozen world in which she lives, Eukyria is the silent watcher of the unraveling universe, waiting patiently for the strings of life, as the strings of life are plucked away by fate. One by one they fall away, like the silken strands of life into the wide expanse beneath her fingertips. Existence. There is no guardian of existence at this time. Interesting. Well, this is not gonna be much less to talk about, I think. The Guardians. There exist 10 aspects of creation in the universe. Life, water, thunder, earth, fire, darkness, light, air, ice, and existence. The 10 Guardians each embody one of these concepts and are charged with fostering a world associated with each aspect. However, the fog of power between these worlds and the Guardians has resulted in frequent strife and endless bloodshed. In spite of their name, most Guardians are neither protectors nor peacekeepers. The Guardians' powers stem from the Tree of Life, the source of energy that created the souls of all living creatures in the current cycle. The Guardians' link to the tree bestows upon them a degree of immortality, rendering them immune to the abilities of lesser creatures. They are also possessed of incredible regenerative abilities, being able to draw upon the energies of the tree itself to sustain a physical form. Along with the impressive set of defensive capabilities, each Guardian is granted a set of powers pertaining to each aspect, allowing them varying degrees of mystic and combative powers. In general, their strength is comprehensible for most beings, even demon lords. Hey, that was shorter than expected. Well, that should be everything at this place, and then I can leave the library. Yes! This is so funny. Like I can do justice. Anyway. I've been going on over an hour. This was a lot of talking. I will definitely put a note in when I've uploaded recording. And for now, let's stop here, and next time I'll continue with the one fighting scenario that can be found in the city. It's gonna be undead, of course, and yeah. Considering that there are 2 new viewers, again, I would like to ask maybe... Yeah, Utena, you made it just as I was about to end the stream. Yeah, that's unlucky, but to be fair, I did not really announce the stream at once, so you cannot be not really blamed for that. As I was saying just now, any questions? Like, that's pretty much the only question. Also, you tended to remember you can name units in this campaign as well, and I also removed the limiters of having that it has to be your name. It can be your name, but it doesn't have to. But that's something for the next turn, because right now I obviously don't have any units on the map that can be named. Actually, I do have plenty of units on my recall list, so technically you could name those. So there's that. Like, I have access to plenty of undead, lots of fairies, to be precise, a couple of humans, and even a couple of white mages, but my horsemen, for example, are limited. You want an Eventide Dancer. You get a loyal one because you're the first one. What's the name supposed to be? Hey, you wanted an Eventide Dancer in After the Storm 2, maybe? No, not... No, not Eventide, I mean... I could have sworn you already had an Eventide Dancer the last time. But I'm not sure. Oh, just your tender, okay. So just a moment while I check. Alright, I gotta save this, so when I reload next time. When did I have access to Eventide Dancers the last time? Alright, no, I only see your tender had so far into Lands Unknown a whole army, which died at the very last scenario because I just threw them around. Queen of Sunsylph in Under the Burning Suns. A Forest Spirit like, well, everyone else in After the Storm 3, 2, and 1 actually. Another Forest Spirit in... where is it? In Invasion from the Unknown episode 2. And Lich in Invasion from the Unknown episode 1, when I didn't have access to fairies at all. Anyway, as I wanted to say, thanks for watching and see you next time. Maybe on Monday, probably not tomorrow. And I've been rambling on for quite a long time. Sorry.